and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. How are you all? Happy Friday. It's almost the weekend. And David's home today. Yay! Today I'm going to be talking through the books that I'm reading for the autumn readathon. I've curled my hair and everything, guys, and also my favourite yellow jumper is back. It has been too warm to wear jumpers, but hurrah, finally, I can wear my favourite yellow jumper, so I'm very happy about that. I'm going to be talking today about my favourite books, the books that I'm reading for the autumn readathon, which is a readathon run by my dear friend Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings. I will link her announcement video down below. It is running between Saturday the 20th and Friday the 26th of October, and there are a few prompts. She's very this is very chill and casual. There's 6 prompts. I've got 5 books, but I need your help for one of the prompts, which is the first prompt. So, the first prompt is a gothic or spooky book. Now, please recommend me a gothic or spooky book that I can listen to on Audible. I've got an Audible credit and I want to read, I want to listen to in the space of a week, a gothic or spooky book. And I would love to hear some of your favourite gothic or spooky books that are on Audible at the moment that you have listened to. Now, the most recent one I listened to, which I really loved, that would definitely fit gothic and spooky, however I'm not reading it this week, is The Little Stranger by Sarah Waters. Let me know what you think I should listen to this week, and that will be the book that I will listen to for the gothic and spooky prompt. Prompt number 2 is a non-fiction which feels autumnal, which can be a nature writing or cold location travel writing or a memoir. And I've got the same book that Mercedes has picked because we are going to buddy read this book, and that is Icebreaker, A Voyage Far North. Mercedes actually got me this for Christmas or my birthday. I think it was Christmas. And this is non-fiction about the Finnish embassy asked Horatio Clare to go on a journey around the country and sort of write a book about his journey. It says here, Finland is an enigmatic place, famous for its educational miracle, healthcare and gender equality, as well as Nokia, Angry Birds, saunas, questionable cuisine and deep taciturnity? Ooh. Aboard Otso, Horatio gets to know the men who make up her crew and explores Finland's history and character. Surrounded by the extraordinary colours and conditions of the frozen sea, he also comes to understand something of the complexity and fragile beauty of ice, a near miraculous substance which cools the planet, gives the stars their twinkle, and which may hold the futures within its crystals. Now, I'm just reading, and will have finished, I imagine, by the time this video goes out, Strangers in Iceland, Names for the Sea, which is a non-fiction book about Sarah Moss moving to Iceland. And I love that, and I was thinking, oh God, what book can I read that is that I'm going to enjoy as much as this? I think this might be it. So I'm going to be reading this throughout the week, and yeah, buddy reading it with Mercedes. The next prompt is a novel set in a cold location. Now, this is a book I got from Simon it may not even have been this year, it might have been last year when I've been up to visit him, and I really want to read this. Apparently it's got quite a lot of sex in it, and that is Under a Pole Star by Steph Penny. Now, I thought when I saw this book, judging by this cover, and you should never do that, that this was non-fiction, but this isn't. This is a fictional book about Flora Mackey, who first crossed the Arctic Circle at the age of 12, and then in 1892, she returns to lead an expedition to northern Greenland, defying the expectations of those who believe that woman has no place in that harsh world. So there's also someone there called Jacob de Bean. He's raised in Manhattan, and their paths cross, and romance, and from what I've heard, a lot of shagging ensues. So yeah, this is a big old guy. I've never read any Steph Penny. It looks like it's told sort of through letters and diary entries and things like that, as well as actual writing. So yeah, so that is the book that I'm going to read. That is a big old guy. Probably start that early on in the week, hopefully. The next book is a book that I've already started, and it is the prompt for this book is historical fiction, and that is Kate Atkinson, Transcription. Now, I mean, historical fiction in my head always means like hundreds of years ago, but this is set in 1941. Well, that's in the past, so that counts. I am bloody loving this so far. Now, you will not be surprised to know, if you've been here a while, that I'm a massive Kate Atkinson fan. I love her book, Life After Life, behind the scenes at the museum. I just think she's fantastic and amazing and wonderful. And I've been very eagerly awaiting this coming out, so I'm very excited to start this. So yeah, this follows, it's set in 1941, however, we have been in more recent times already, so it's sort of like there's lots of different points of history that is told throughout. 18-year-old Juliet is employed by the MI5 to become a transcriber, transcribing the conversations of somebody who has, what's the word I'm thinking of? gone on, no, I can't think of the word, but someone who has gone undercover and people believe is involved with the Nazis, and she's transcribing the conversations, and yeah, it's just set in London. It's amazing. Kate Atkinson's books are always fantastic, and her writing is just fantastic. So there's quite a lot of like actual transcriptions throughout this book as well, which is interesting. And yeah, I'm just loving it, and we'll continue to read this. It's Thursday when I'm filming this, so I'm gonna have a good old sesh with this at some point this afternoon. So I'll probably have that finished quite early on. And then there are 2 bonus prompts, because the 4 prompts are those. The first 4 prompts, and then we've got 2 bonus prompts. The first one is a short story collection, and this is a short story collection that I've read before, but recently I've been thinking about how much I love this author, and I mean, that thought is never far from my mind because she's one of my favourite authors of all time. And I read this quite a while ago, and I feel like I didn't give it the dedicated time that it needed to have, and that is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's short story collection called The Thing Around Your Neck. And I feel like out of all of Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's books, this is the one that I hear least about. So I'm really, really excited to get back to this. Now, I read this, like maybe not last year, maybe the year before, I can't remember, it was a while ago. And to be fair, I can't bloody remember anything of it. And I feel like I'm a bit better with short stories now. I used to read short stories like a novel. I used to sort of like finish one short story, go on to the next one. Now, after getting some instruction from Jen, the queen of short stories, I now take a bit of break and take a bit of time away. I've been known to read a short story in the bath, or read a short story while I'm having my lunch, and just commit myself to that short story and then spend a bit of time for it to embed afterwards. So I feel like I'm going to get more out of this. I gave it 4 stars the first time round, so I must have enjoyed it, but I don't really remember anything about it. So very much looking forward to reading that again, and I think that's going to be my bath read for the week. And then the last prompt is an adult novel with a young female protagonist. Now, I've already mentioned a book that Mercedes bought me on this list already, and this is one that she bought me the Christmas before last. That is White Oleandor by Janet Fitch. I've been looking for the opportunity to read this, and this is the perfect opportunity, because this is a passionate, hypnotic and dangerous novel about a daughter and her mother. So this is about Astrid, who's been raped by her mother Ingrid, who's beautiful and is a poet, and Astrid's world revolves around Ingrid until she forgives her everything until Ingrid commits a crime of passion. So yeah, and I know like Mercedes wouldn't have bought me a book that was going to be shit, so this is going to be the good stuff. So those are the books that I'm reading for the autumn readathon. Let me know if you're taking part. Let me know what gothic or spooky audiobook I should listen to. Very much waiting for you guys to get back to me about that. Would love to hear if you guys are taking part, what books you're planning on reading, or if you've read any of these books, and I will see you all again soon for another booktube video.